What's up, my man? I was just going to show you this video because I haven't sent you a drum video in a while. Here's kind of what I'm working on right now. I submitted homework and my coach told me, hey man, like, yeah, you're getting up in speed, right? I'm doing stuff at like 185 BPM, freestyling drums off the dome, right? I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. But the issue I keep running into is that as I'm freestyling, my brain keeps going, oh, what's next? What's next? What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? My brain is consistently in this creative mode where I'm 100% always thinking about what I'm going to be doing next, right? And so you'll notice when you watch this video, there are hiccups in my intro fills where I'm freestyling off the dome, but then my brain is like, oh, what am I going to play? What am I going to play? Okay, here we go, you know? And so to combat that, my coach gave me a grouping of 6, 4, and 8 that I'll show you here in a second. But just so you can see, here was the issue I was running into. So here's an intro fill, but you'll notice that there are times where I have hiccups because my brain is consistently trying to come up with something. Whereas if I have some type of a buffer where it's like, okay, I'm going to mainly do this, but it doesn't really sound like something repetitive, then when I get creative and I want to do this, I can go here and then come back to my safe zone. And then go here and come back to my safe zone. So that's what I've been working on. Here's what an intro fill sounds like without that safe zone. I'll put it in the title. 165. Yep. Full BPM's 100. Let's go. That's just an example. You can see where all those little pauses were where I was like struggling to come up with another idea. That's because my brain is consistently trying to come up with something else to play. So I'm going to go into this video and show you what I'm talking about, this new method. And I'm going to play the video at normal speed while I'm talking. But then when it gets into the actual playing of it, I recorded this at, I think either 90 BPM or 80 BPM, but I'm going to double time it just so you can see once I get it that fast, it's going to be sick. So let's full screen this sucker. We'll watch it at regular time and then we will go into double time when I start playing. But this explains what the 6, 4, and 8 method is. Okay, this is the 6, 4 method. This is the 6, 4 method and the 8-note chop method. I'm doing it at 90 BPM and I'm going to speed it up double time to 180 so I can see how it comes across. And basically the 6, 6, 4 is, you know, 2 groupings of 6 and 4, which equals 16. So one measure of 16 notes. The way you voice it is right, left, left, okay? And then a kick. Now you can voice that on the toms this way, right? Or, okay? Now, obviously, because it's 6, 6, 4, you could do 6, 4, 6 if you wanted to. And the grouping of 4 is just right, left, kick. That's the grouping of 4. So if you were to do 6, 6, 4, it would be... Or... Right? that gives you one measure. And the 8-note chop is just right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left. You can add the bass drum to it. That way you can hit some crashes with it. So I'm going to intertwine all of these in whatever orders I want. When I was practicing it, I was doing 6-6-4, 6-4-6, 4-6-6, and then I would do the 8-note chop, and then go back around and do that again from the top for either 4 or 3 measures or 2 measures or 1 measure per different lick. But now I'm realizing I'm just going to put them together in whatever order I want. I don't care if it's 6-4-4-4, 6-4-6-4, 6-6-6, 8-8-4-2, or 8-6-4, 8-8-8, 4-4-6-4, 6-4, 8-6-8, 6-8. I'm just going to put it together in whatever combinations I want and see how it comes across. I'm doing it at 90 BPM right now. And then I'm going to double the speed for myself so I can see how it's going to come across once I get it all the way up to 180 BPM. So let's just see what happens. Okay, so 1 E and a 2 E and a, that's 90 BPM. Let's bump it. Let's double time it up to 180 so we can see what it sounds like really fast. But again, all I'm doing is the 6-4 method, which is, you know, a grouping of 6, 6, and 4. And you can put that in whatever orders you want. 6-4-6, that's still 16 notes. Or 4-6-6, that's still 16 notes. But I decided I'm going to put it together in any kind of order I want. I don't care what it is. But that's all I'm doing. And the 8-note chop. There we go. Sometimes I kind of messed up, put some extra snare hits in there. So, and then just for example, let's go back to normal really quick. You can see how slow it is. Whatever combinations I want. It's just... There we go. Some of the times I kind of messed up and put some extra snare hits in there just to kind of help it wrap around or whatever, but overall I was focused on the 6-4 method and the... Anyway, so that's what I've been working on, brother. You asked, so I'm going to show you. Yeah, it sounds really sick at 180, obviously, and I am going to get it there, but doing this gives me the chance to actually see how it's going to come across at that fast tempo. And yeah, that's that.